So once again, good morning fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning. Start the time.
I'll tell you 4 things which happened in my life. So let me start with my favorite quote. Human mind is compared with a drunken monkey bitten by a scorpion. Human mind is compared with a drunken monkey bitten by a scorpion. So just imagine how much fluctuating our minds are and our focus is. Rightly said by our Toastmaster Ashok at the beginning. So that is the attention span what we have. So before getting into detail, let me ask you this question. How many of you do a focused reading when you want to read a book? Nobody. Okay. So I think I'm also in your group. So when I started to read books, I wanted to actually try this focused reading. So I was using one particular technique to know how much focused I am. I was just going through each and every line. So I have this habit of slipping into daydream while I'm reading something. So maybe like 1-2 sentences I'm done, then I'll think about like what's next, what my mother-in-law is cooking in the kitchen. My smell is coming, right? So these kind of things will be there in my mind when I'm reading the book. So what I did was, whenever I slip into this daydreaming kind of stuff, before coming back to the third line to read, to continue the reading part, I'll make a tick mark in my rough notebook. I'll make a tick mark. So at the end of 1 hour, when I see the number of tick mark, I got shocked because it was like 100 plus. Just imagine then what I understood from that reading. What is the kind of benefit I'm getting out of it? Nothing, it's almost zero, right? So this is one particular technique I learned to understand how much focused I am in terms of reading. So when you want to develop one new skill in your life, first thing is that you should know where you're standing right now. This actually helps you to move further and make the right adjustment to get into the position where you want. And second thing is that, second thing which happened in my life was like, before getting into detail, let me ask you this question. How many of you think that anger is a very easy emotion? It is really easy to get angry. Okay. But I'm saying to you guys, it's not that much easy. Just listen to the statement. Getting angry with the right person, in the right degree, for the right purpose, at the right time, in the right way, it is actually tough. Now you're agreeing with me, right? Is it easy to get this kind of an anger? It's not that much easy. So many people used to ask me like, Priya, how do you keep on smiling every time? And you're maintaining that cool and composed nature. Because I know this is tough to get angry. So that's the reason I always maintain this cool and composed nature. And the third thing is that the one person who always appreciate the things what I do, the one person who always support me in terms when I face difficulties, the one person who always care for me when he's having his breakfast, he's come and give a portion to me. And he always loved to spend time with me. That one person is my son. After my father's death, he is the one person who is taking care of me, I would say. He's just 9 years old. But very few seconds is enough for him to make me feel very happy. He will take me to cloud 9. That's the kind of character he is. But to be frank, it took time for me to realize that I had to spend a lot of time with him. I was running behind my passion and spending a lot of time into my passion and other stuff which I love to do. But I spent very, very, very little amount of time with my son. Few years before, I realized this importance of spending the right time with my son. Spending the enough amount of time with him. That is something very, 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 very important aspect in everyone's life. So if there are any parents, like I know that there are a few parents here in Toastmasters, so treat our children like a gift. So it is easy for us to spend time because they make our life colorful. And the fourth learning or the fourth thing which happened in my life is Every time, whatever the opportunity come on my way, I would say yes to it. I will take it gracefully and move forward. I will always neglect this word called no because I treat it as very negative. What the other person will think of if I say no. I want to take this opportunity. This is something very interesting. I want to do this, that, everything. That's the kind of attitude I had till the year 2019. Then I learned the art of saying no. I slowly started implementing saying no to the things which is coming on my way, which is not that much a prioritized one. I understood what is my priority, what is my objective, what is that one I wanted to become. Only for those things I will say yes, rest of the things I will say no gracefully. You might be wondering, she's supposed to review a book and she's telling stories from her life. You know, my dear friends, reading is a very good habit, but it is getting you benefits when you start to execute things in your life. So when I read this book in the year 2019, I learned these beautiful things from this book. These are the 4 simple things which I executed in my life, because of which I have benefited a lot. That is why I'm saying this is a very good book to read. This book is written by the author called Robin Sharma, and this book has small anecdotes, and this has one chapters into it. That's why I have taken few samples from it and explained my own experience with regard to this book. So reading this book helps you to develop a positive attitude towards your life, and you can be happy by understanding the certain nuances of life. Having said that, this helped me to develop myself as a better person in my life. Over to you, Toastmaster.